Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of Asambe.
I can't believe this is happening.
I know,
it's a
podcast.
Welcome to Asambe. Asambe in Zulu means let's go, and this is what this podcast is about. It's about telling you about those stories that you don't hear from, specifically around careers. We believe that there is a high unemployment rate in South Africa, but there is also very limited knowledge about what people can do. Because often when we think about what career paths we can take, I think the default is that you need a university degree and then you need to do something in the academic space, etc.
Even if it's not something that you enjoy.
Exactly. But I think there are many more options beyond that. And this podcast is about creating that space for inspiration, so you can hear from people who are actually doing the work that you want to do, and maybe be inspired by their journey and learn about what you need to do so that you can become the next barista, architect, electrician, or anything that you want to be.
I think that this came from a place of when we were 18. We think back to making that life decision of, okay, now I need to decide what I'm going to do after matric or after finishing school. And that's a really big decision to make when you honestly don't know anything about anything. I, at some point, visited a career counselor at school, and she handed me this huge book. It was like probably 15 encyclopedias worth of careers. And she handed it to me and she was like, here you go. And I said to her, what do I do with this? Because and I went in there thinking I wanted to be a doctor, and I left thinking I wanted to be a doctor. Fast forward to actually meeting a doctor and seeing a day in their life, and I was like, no, this is not what I want. I want to be in research, and that's what I ended up doing. But I was lucky that, I actually had that opportunity. And it kind of comes from that and wanting to help people figure out what excites them, what is it that they see themselves doing and having a passion for.
Yeah, and I think that at that age that you talked about, I think that the pressure is so high. You feel like if you're going to make this one wrong decision, everything is going to fall away. The reality is completely different. Just about me a bit, my name is Ali Asghar. I'm your co-host for this podcast. I'm an urban planner, but I've been trained as an engineer, a civil engineer more specifically. And I don't work in civil engineering because it's boring. And
that's your opinion.
That's my opinion. And there's a lot of more exciting stuff that I do, which at least I find exciting now in my life. I work in the urban planning space. I work in the public health space, and I've been able to explore so many different things with this one degree that has given me those life skills to be able to explore so many other things as well. So very much, I think the idea is as well that what paths can you take that perhaps takes you in one direction, but it evolves. In fact, there is a study that shows that we now have 4 career paths throughout our lives rather than one career path. And previously, like if you think about your dad or your mom, you would say that they had one career, but they had entered this one job and then they did the same job. But I think we are good learning in terms of just in this last 7 years of my career, I've done so many things that I didn't think would be possible with my degree.
Didn't you call yourself a change maker?
I am a change maker.
I mean, not to toot your own horn or anything. But I think it's the practical things for me. That's what Asambe is really about, like the tools that you can use, the people you can talk to, and I think that's what was really missing from our perspective. My name is Saleha. I'm your second co-host, and I ended up doing my undergrad in biomedical science. I graduated summa cum laude, so and now I am in public health, which is an awesome field. I really love it, and I think that it's actually been made possible because of people that I spoke to who showed me that this was a career path that I could take. And I've done a lot of different things in my life, like not necessarily in work, but like through volunteering and things like that. Since I was a kid, and so I feel like there's a lot of skills that I've managed to kind of gain that have been helpful in really random things. We both really enjoy hiking and reading and exploring.
Yeah, different things, different, not only our cities and urban spaces and the spaces we live in, but also different jobs and work that we can do. And we feel that as we meet more and more people, we find that they also want to do the same thing. So really, this space, you're going to hear from baristas, and you're going to hear from architects, and you're going to hear from politicians, maybe. Ooh, this is going to be exciting. And also people behind the politicians, right? We see the politicians speak lectures, but who writes their speeches? I've met those people, and I really want to chat with them. So the nuts and bolts, as we talk about in their work. And please suggest some guests if you are thinking of somebody. And we're very curious about this. This is going to evolve quite a bit. This is the first
iteration
of it, and it's going to change quite a bit as these things go.
And a little shameless plug, we are travel bloggers, and if you've seen our journey through our A for Adventures page, then you would know how we we're those kind of people who really will look for like the off the beaten track kind of things, and that's who we are as people. So that's a little bit of what you can expect from Asambe. And if you are a student looking to choose your career, if you're a professional already looking to make a change in your career, or if you're just someone who's really interested in all the different ways in which people live their lives and the things that they do day to day, come be a fly on the wall with us in all of these different perspectives and these different lives.
And that's Asambe.
Let's go.